Tesla has sold 75% of its bitcoins. 21 shares is launching ETP for Bitcoin and Ethereum with risk their holds. Whether Bitcoin will grow by a maximum in a month. We are reviewing this and other cryptocurrency news today. Hello everyone! You are on the Crypto Samurai channel and let's get started. Bitcoin has started to recover after such a long fall and has already exceeded the $23,000 mark. It is difficult to talk about some kind of stability because the market is still in an uncertain state and it is difficult to predict a certain increase or decrease in the most demanded cryptocurrency today. Tesla sold 75% of its bitcoins. The other day, Tesla published its quarterly report and announced that it sold 75% of its Bitcoin asset for $936 million, which suggested, according to analysts, that Tesla suffered losses of about $1 billion. According to Elon Musk, such a decision was taken due to restrictions on the situation with COVID-19 in China, which have not yet been eliminated. According to experts, Tesla has lost more than $1 billion. How will this news affect the cryptocurrency market? Actually, you shouldn't worry. In his address, Musk said that he was not ready to part with the cryptocurrency, but on the contrary, he was ready to increase assets in bitcoins in the future. You should not sell your Bitcoin reserves, but on the contrary, expect the exchange rate to straighten soon and overcome the physical threshold of $23,000. 21 Shares, a cryptocurrency ETP provider, announced the launch of Bitcoin and Ethereum-based products on the Swiss exchange with a built-in 40% volatility cap target. In fact, 21 Shares is expanding opportunities for the cryptocurrency segment and attracting more and more fiat funds. The head of ETP at 21 Shares, Arthur Krauss, said that the historic volatility of large-cap stocks on Wall Street at 20%, while for Bitcoin and Ethereum it is 70% and 80% respectively. 21 Shares is looking to straighten the cryptocurrency by attracting fiat money, which is certainly good given the state of the entire industry. South Korea is postponing the introduction of a tax on cryptocurrency trading. The news was reported by Digital Today on July 22. The South Korea authorizes his announcement that the entry into force of the tax on digital assets will be delayed for 2 years. This decision was made taking into account the state of the virtual asset market and the improvement of the investor protection system. I think this is great news that will allow the cryptocurrency to exist freely and move towards development. The introduction of new rules has been postponed to January 1, 2025, which will allow the crypto to straighten and somehow beat future restrictions. Not only Tesla is getting rid of its Bitcoin holdings. Finnish custom sold 46.5 million euro worth of Bitcoins. Finnish custom sold 1,889 Bitcoin, confiscated during investigations into drug-related crimes. One of the few cases when the state replenishing its budget with funds from cryptocurrency assets. In total, they managed to get about 46.5 million euros. The proceeds from the sale of cryptocurrency will be transferred to Ukraine, which has already been approved by the country's parliament. Changpeng Zhao, CEO of the largest cryptocurrency exchange Binance, said that regardless of the number of users, Binance will not be interested in offering the opportunity to trade shares, writes Bits Media. The businessman does not undertake to judge whether other cryptocurrency exchanges offering a similar service are right or not, but the stock exchange does fit his company's philosophy. It is difficult to say whether Binance management is doing the right things, but sticking to the philosophy of his company, he demonstrates stability, which in one way or another attracts new users and retains old ones. The final news will be that the USDD crypto dollar rate rose to $10 million on a major exchange. There was a sharp jump in the price of stablecoin on the KuCoin side. The token has risen in price millions of times in few seconds. In June, USDD lost its peg to the US dollar and its rate fell to $0.84. Then a large volume of short position was opened. Traders bet on a further decline in quotas and a possible depreciation of the token. But the price of the stablecoin has stabilized. In June, USDD lost its peg. So on July 21, in pairs against USDT, the stablecoin rate at the moment rose to $1.2, and in pair against USDC, where there is much less liquidity, it soared to almost $10 million. In fact, this is a funny situation, but it's good that USDT has stabilized and is stablecoin. That was all the news for this week that I wanted to tell you about. Do not forget to subscribe to our Telegram and TikTok channel, where I post interesting news and talk about various events in the cryptocurrency world. Crypto Samurai was with you. Thank you all for watching and see you soon!